actually.
Very cathartic.
I'd give you one of these
Fist pounding.
material pieces, but they're really heavy.
I'm fine. I don't need a gavel, Jeannie. Really. We're gonna be in and out of here. And
Voting yesterday, so we had to put everything away. This is a voting.
I did bring my ballot here just so I could get one of those little stickers. I love the stickers. Thank you. Oh, this isn't going to be nearly as satisfying as pounding the desk. Okay, meeting is called to order. If everyone could silence their cell phones, that would be very helpful. Okay, we have a very busy meeting today. Roll call.
Commissioner White,
I am here.
Commissioner Wade,
Present.
Commissioner Harrington,
Here.
Commissioner Lesniak, Chairperson Kroc.
Here.
Just to note, Commissioner Lesniak is absent.
Okay, orders of the day.
Everything's in order.
Public comment. Anyone who's here to talk about something that is not on the agenda can come to the microphone, state your name, and speak for up to 3 minutes. If not, you can wait till it's time. Okay, public comment is closed. Approval of the minutes from the October 3rd meeting. Anyone have anything to change?
I move we adopt the minutes.
I'll second it.
Vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Approval, minutes are approved. Still have to count my fist. Okay, public hearings. Our first and only subject on the docket tonight is 16114 Mays Avenue. Jeannie, would you like to give us a little bit of background on that?
So this is a tear down of an existing home and a construction of a new. It's approximately, I don't know, what's the new 4,056 or 4,600 square foot home, which is inclusive of a attached accessory dwelling unit just under the allowed 600 square feet. It is two-story. The existing home there is also two-story, so it's replacing one with another, obviously in a different architectural style. There are 2 attached garages, one 2-car and one car. There is removal of significant number of trees, and I did pass around the arborist report, but there's also the introduction of a significant number of new tree plantings. I only received one inquiry on this project from a neighbor on Mays, and my understanding is they have met with the property owners and don't have any concerns. Their one thought, and I expressed to them that this probably would be included as a condition, is that there is already 2 homes under construction at Andrews and Mays, so that street is hosting a lot of construction vehicles and whatnot. And given the size of this lot, and it's actually a flag lot, that there's the opportunity to pull the construction vehicles and staging of construction equipment and materials on the site, which is what we've done in some other cases. So that is one thing that staff would recommend on this one, just given the circumstances. But other than that, they did bring the materials, and I think similar to how another home of this design went through site and architecture within the last year. You know, their proposal, I think it's a little closer to the design or true to the style, as well as the use of the quality materials that we would be looking for in the city. With that, I'm available for questions.
All right. Is there someone who would like to come talk about this project? You can come to the microphone and state your name.
Name is Alan Nikitin, and I'm an architect from Los Gatos. Project.
Would you like to explain anything about the design, or?
Yeah, maybe the beginning of the design.
Okay.
That might give you a helpful thing. The owner came to me when he hired me with a plan that he liked, and it was a plan, this right in here. This kind of plan in here. We're kind of in love with it. So they had some ideas about how it can work inside with the floor plan. So I work with them in laying out the room, the living room, the kitchen, and we work on different things with different ideas. So we probably came to a resolution what they liked and what would work for them. It's a very symmetrical house. It's pretty much built on a design on an axis. It runs right through here. So the dimensions are pretty much even from side to side. It's a very balanced home in terms of that particular kind of design. And obviously, it's a very French style house. So in doing a home like that, I normally work with mansard steep pitched roofs. Fortunately, in this area, where ranch homes were the beginnings of this area, it's, you get run into height limitations, but with 30 feet, that's our highest point at the second floor, right up in here. Right up in here, that's the 30 feet height line in there. And there's only 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms in that area, so it's a very small configuration of space in this area right in here. So that's the only 2-story area. It's kind of in the middle of the lot, so it doesn't really impact any neighbors with views or windows or blocking any views. The materials that we selected for the property is pretty much high-end quality, and I'm going to show you some examples of work that I've done in the past, but it'll help show you the type of materials that we're using. For the walls, it's going to be, we're going to use a plaster, and it's going to be a smooth finish. And generally, they put an integral color in that, so they don't paint them. They just kind of mix the stain in with the color. So it's going to go with that shade. The window trims are going to be, the window frames are going to be this color of green here. And the window surrounds, in terms of a French-style home, we're using these kind of cast concrete pieces. Whoops. These cast concrete pieces in here like that. And those homes and those photographs kind of illustrate what the cast stone looks like around and any special keystones or whatever would all be, cast stone. We are going to utilize the corners of the building to accentuate these corners. In here, we're going to use a coining system. In here would be concrete. In here, and these are just samples of a type of trim we could use. Maybe not exactly like that, but something like that. And then this would be the color of any kind of wood trim that we use in the house. Right here, it's dark brown. We'll be using copper gutters and downspouts throughout. And then for the roof, it's going to be a really nice Chinese slate green. I think it's unfortunately one of those homes that you couldn't see the roof, but it was almost the same kind of roof of this slate roof like this. Maybe wasn't pointed out was that we do have a basement in the house. It's 900 square feet, and it's centered in this area right in here.
Right, thank you. Oh, okay.
The setbacks was
Okay.
kind of important because we're not hugging any setbacks with the house. I think this one up in here. Because we're far in excess of whatever the minimum setback is for these corners in here. So again, we're not going to be pinching the neighbors in any way. Questions? I'd be happy to.
Okay, well, you can take a seat for now, and
Can I ask a question?
yes, you may.
What do you know what I just got this tree report. How many trees are we removing and how many are we planning to plant? Okay.
Two of them are,
The pictures in that
Yeah, I saw the pictures here.
gives you a really good idea of what we're doing.
What's the overall delta of trees we're planting and removing? Do we know?
33 removed, how many are being planted?
numbers on the, it must be an equivalent amount, but I don't have that exact number.
Okay.
33 24-inch box, and then a number of shrubs. So all the trees lining up the driveway and along the eastern, western are all 24-inch box. The ones along the driveway are, they have a mix here of magnolias, acer,
Kind of
maple.
maple, yes.
And then the larger ones, again, they have a few different oak.
But they're planting about equal number of.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I was concerned.
A one-to-one at 24-inch box.
Okay. Thank you, Jeannie. And thank you.
All the oaks, right?
No, the oaks remain and the two redwoods remain. Two oaks, there's two redwoods. On the other shrubs and two other trees, one of which is diseased.
Okay, thank you very much.
Is there anyone else in the audience who would like to speak about this project? Okay. Public hearing is, oh wait, no. Following, I think we're closed. Public hearing is closed. Got to follow the directions
It's
here.
sometimes hard, right?
Well, you spoke out of turn, actually. So back to the commission to discuss, and any questions for Jeannie or the applicant?
I don't have any additional questions.
No additional questions from me.
I like the materials.
Materials are
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, I like the materials, I like the balance of the home. I like that it's not over embellished with unnecessary ornate
Yes.
things.
I like how it's cited too on the wall.
The only thing I don't like is that no one's going to be able to see the home back there on that flag lot.
My struggle is, if you go back to like the design guidelines, it doesn't really fit within its neighborhood, but we keep changing as a city. We're morphing from ranches as they kind of brought up, but the fact that no one can see it makes it fit in just fine.
And again, the two homes on the corner of Andrews and Mays, the one that's on the northwest corner, the two-story, is more of a Spanish,
Yeah.
Mediterranean style. And the one on the northwest corner is, albeit single-story, but is going to be it's not a ranch. It's,
I kind of forget what
it's
the
a
style was.
more an
Eclectic.
upscale vernacular. I don't know.
Eclectic style.
Yeah. And that one's coming along nicely. You know, the windows are in. I think the contractor that they finally chose, had to make some modifications from the design, but added a front porch and did some changes to, I think, accommodate the property owners. So I think those two homes will, again, anchor Mays nicely and help to provide for, further transition. I think it's going to be, it has the opportunity to be a mix of homes, just like you have on Andrews. You have a mix of homes
Oh, we do,
on
yeah.
Andrews.
Yep.
So I think that's what you're seeing.
I think it'll be a great addition to the neighborhood.
Do we need to do any provisions on construction traffic, or is that?
I think if that's, something that the commission thinks is appropriate for that, yes, you would need to include that.
I mean, what do
I
you,
mean, it seems like there's plenty of
How do we enforce to begin with, though? So it just seems like, so you've got two other construction sites right nearby. How do you know who's with who, which site? I
You
think
don't, it's, you
it's
put it in
encouraged
and
with
you,
to encourage your people to
you
park.
hope, because again, the other two sites, they don't have that opportunity. This one, yeah, the driveway is narrow,
it's
but they
narrow,
can
it would be tough to get any.
come back to some extent. So it's just an opportunity to the best of their ability, stage, definitely construction equipment. And I would even suggest the porta potty, not on the street, but back in the site. Again, just to minimize,
Neighborhood impact.
they are the third to come along, so maybe, because, it's already being impacted, and those projects are going to continue for a while, to the best of their ability, pull it on until the other activity subsides. Then there's more space on the street to park.
You look like you have something
Yeah,
to
I
say.
was gonna say, when they put the story poles in, I came home that evening, and I was shocked how many vehicles were on the property. There was a parked on various,
And
I really don't think it'll be
you've
much of a
lived in the
problem.
neighborhood for a while, correct?
Yes.
And I'm sure you want to be a good neighbor, so I feel like he's
Yeah,
going
'cause
to take
you're-
care of, do the best you can to keep your neighbors happy.
Okay. All right, then are we ready to vote?
We have to make a motion first. I'll make a motion to approve the project as presented.
I second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone
Who
opposed?
seconded it? You
I did.
seconded it, okay. Seconded it?
Good luck with your project.
Congrats. Thank you, guys. Thanks for bringing in all this heavy stuff.
Yeah, we appreciate that, really, no, we really do
To be here for
appreciate the
another hour and
materials.
take
It makes it so much
Well, it makes us
easier.
understand that you're trying to build a good quality home,
Right.
and we appreciate that.
I guess the meeting's adjourned.
And then your photographs are here.
I have a question. Is this house on Matilah?
Yeah, near the end.